Hey everyone, and welcome. Today, we are diving into a really cool Windows feature that puts you back in control. We're going to peek behind the curtain of those mysterious startup and shutdown screens to see what's actually going on under the hood. You know that feeling, right? You're staring at your screen, waiting for Windows to finally load, and you're just wondering, what on earth is taking so long? You get some generic message, but you have no real clue what's happening. It's pretty frustrating, especially if you're trying to hunt down a slowdown.
You see messages just like this one, applying your personal settings. We've all seen them 1,000 times, but let's be honest, they're not exactly helpful, are they? Well, today we are going to replace all that vagueness with pure, actionable information.
So what's the solution to all this? It's a feature called VerboseStatus messages. And this is how we lift that curtain and see exactly what your operating system is up to step by step.
Think of it like this. By enabling this feature, you're basically telling Windows, hey, enough with the simple summaries. I want the details. So instead of one simple kind of useless message, you get a running commentary of the actual services and policies that are being loaded or closed down.
And here's where you really see the difference. On the left, you've got the vague stuff we're used to. But on the right, you see exactly what's happening. RPCS is starting, or waiting for machine group policies to finish. This is the real power of this tool. You can pinpoint the exact process that's eating up all that time.
So you might be thinking, okay, it's kind of neat, but why should I actually go through the trouble of turning this on? Well, it all comes down to the power of having the right information right when you need it most.
And here's the most important reason. Verbose messaging is a fantastic diagnostic tool. If your computer suddenly starts taking forever to boot up, these detailed messages will show you exactly which process is the bottleneck. You can see the problem in real time, which, as you know, is the first and most important step to actually fixing it.
All right, let's get into the how-to. First up, we're going to use the Group Policy Editor. Now, a quick heads up. This tool is only available in Windows Pro, Enterprise, or Education editions. If you're on a Windows Home version, don't worry, the next method is for you.
So the process here is super straightforward. You'll launch the editor just by typing gpedit.msc into your Start menu. From there, you just navigate down the tree on the left. Go to Computer Configuration, then Administrative Templates, and finally into the System folder. In that main window, you'll see a setting called Display Highly Detailed Status Messages. Just give that a double click, select Enabled, click OK, and you're good to go.
Okay, on to our second method, and this one works for everybody. The Registry Editor. This is a seriously powerful tool that gives you direct control, but because of that, it does require just a little bit of extra care. And I want to pause on this for a second, because it's really important. This is a direct quote from Microsoft's own documentation. Playing around in the registry can cause some real issues if you're not careful, so it's always a good idea to back it up first. But hey, as long as you follow these steps precisely, you'll be perfectly fine.
Okay, here's the plan. Open up Regedit and then carefully navigate to the exact path you see on the screen. Once you're in that System folder, you're going to right-click on the empty space on the right, select New, then DWORD value, and name it VerboseStatus. All one word, case sensitive. Then, just double-click that new entry you made and change its value data from a 0 to a 1. That's it. A value of 1 basically just means on.
And now for our third and final method, which is, honestly, probably the quickest way to get some of this info. We're going to use the System Configuration tool, which you might know as msconfig. This one could not be simpler. Just type mcconfig into your Start menu to pop it open. Head right over to the Boot tab, and right there under Boot Options, you'll see a little checkbox for OS boot information. Just check that box, hit Apply, and the next time you restart your computer, you'll see a running log of drivers as they load during startup. Easy peasy.
Now, before we wrap this up, there are a couple of really important things you need to know. It's totally possible to enable verbose messages, only to find they don't actually show up. And this usually happens because another setting is getting in the way and overriding it.
So if you followed all the steps and you're still seeing those old generic messages, you need to check for these two culprits. First, there's a group policy setting that's specifically designed to remove status messages. If that's enabled, it's going to win. And second, in that same registry location we visited earlier, if there's a key called Disable Status Messages and it's set to 1, that will also shut our detailed messages down, so just make sure both of those are turned off.
And here's just a quick little summary of everything we've covered. Whether you like the high-level control of group policy, the direct approach of the registry editor, or just the simple click and go of msconfig, you've now got a method that'll work for you.
So, there you have it. We've armed you with the ability to see exactly what your computer is doing. You are no longer in the dark. The next time you face a slowdown, you'll have the data you need to figure out why. So the only question left is, what are you going to do with this newfound power to optimize your system? Thanks for joining me.